welcome back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my week 1 of finals 2023 tips and predictions. So we are finally at this stage of the season where everyone is so excited and looking forward to finals footy. I guarantee it'll be a great week of football, a great week of finals to see who proceeds into week 2 or top 4 teams. They win between the two. One of them go to have the break off and then go into week 3 and play instead. So there's a lot at stake, and honestly, I'm really keen to see how the week goes. It's going to be a huge week. You know, for teams like me, who I obviously go for Manly, they're not there this year, so I guess it'll be good to watch and see how finals do unfold as a neutral for this series, and other people would probably think the same. So, just an announcement, before I get into my tips, I will be attending the one game this week. That's Warriors and the Panthers at Bluebet Stadium in Penrith. So I am on the Wires train this year. Up the fucking Wires. So I'll be on their sort of bandwagon for this year. So keen to be there and see what happens. But I'm just there for the fun of it, really. I want to go and experience a finals game before the grand final, which I'll be at too. But just for the fun of it, I want to see how... This is what I'm looking forward to, that game. So that's why I want to go. But yeah, as always, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please go ahead and comment your tips in the comment section down below. Would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get into my week 1 finals tips. And it all starts on Friday, the first game. So these two sides who played last week will play again, but this time it's mostly full strength teams for both the Broncos and the Storm. And this game's been played at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, like last week too. But yeah, it's just, I guess, full strength teams pretty much. But huge game. The Broncos, well, after 4 years of being out of the finals, they are back in the arena again. And look, I think compared to now in 2019, they look a lot better. So we'll see how they go. I think they'll do a big thing in the finals, like a big shake-up to the finals. But as for Storm, you know, Storm obviously are just the world-class team of the final series usually. And yeah, the Broncos are still yet to beat the Storm at Suncorp, and that's been going on since 2009, that whole drought thing. So it could potentially break this Friday. You never know. You really never know. But looking at both sides, for the Broncos, Adam Reynolds calf and lock Patrick Carrigan foot are both back from injuries. Katoni Staggs returning from suspension in the centres. Jesse Arthurs comes on the wing, and he'll replace Corey Oates, has been dropped to 18th man, which is a huge call by Kevy Walters. And despite being charged with 3 separate offences last week, Brendan Piakuro is good to go on the bench, and he'll get a fine instead, a monetary fine. And Keenan Palacia gets a nod on the bench over Corey Jensen, and no Marty Tapa'u either. And for the Storm, Jerome Hughes-Knee has been named to play and is among the 12 changes to the side that defeated the Broncos in round 27. Harry Grant's shoulder has been named to return, while Nick Meaney, Will Warbrick, Young Tanamapaya, Marion Seve, Xavier Coates, Cameron Munster, Tui Kamikamika, Welch, Liero, Katawa, and Nelson Osofa Solomona are all back in the starting side after being rested last week. And Pappenhausen will go to the bench with Meaney being back at fullback. Very interesting. So that's pretty much the teams for both sides. Look, who am I going to tip? It's huge because whoever wins this game has the week off and has a home, I think a home final too. I'm pretty sure. But whoever loses, I believe they'll play the winner of Sharks and the Roosters, I think. So yeah, very interesting. But I'm going to tip the Broncos here. I think the Broncos will win this game, and I think they'll finally break the 2009 drought. You know, we saw last Sunday that droughts are possible to break, and they all break eventually. Like the Sharks beat the Raiders for the first time since 2018, so they all break eventually. But I think this one will break on Friday. So I'll go Broncos by 6. And first try scorer, I'm going to go with Jesse Arthurs as well, the man replacing Corey Oates. But it's such a tough game to pick. It can go either way. But I trust the Broncos a bit more this year compared to what the Storm are full strength. So Broncos by 6. Okay, on to the game I'll be at. But this is a huge game, and this is one I'm so keen for, only because the Warriors are in the finals for the first time since 2018. So it's been a long 5 years, but the Warriors have finally got themselves back into that sort of arena again. And for the Panthers, well, look, it's no better way for the Warriors to be challenged against the Panthers. Like, I think it's a good battle, and I think it's a really, really interesting game to pick here. You know, Panthers at home are obviously unstoppable nearly, but you never know. Teams like the Warriors, teams like Broncos, I think have pushed them this year. I mean, a Magic round when these two sides last played, the Warriors gave the Panthers a real run for their money. So it could happen again, hopefully. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, I really am keen for this matchup. Looking at both sides, Mitch Kenny is back from a leg injury, and Scott Sorensen's also back from a leg injury, back on deck. Jerome Luai is still out. Jack Colgar will again wear the 6 jersey. Luke Somerton and Luke Garner are listed among the reserves, and James Salmon's 18th man. For the Warriors, Sean Johnson returns to steer the ship alongside T. Murray Martin in the halves. Toyu Harris, back spasms, is also back on deck. With CNK, Chandler's Nickel Klukstad, Dallin Martinez Lesniak, Adam Fanua-Blake, and Wade Egan are all back as well. Jackson Ford starts in the back row, and Justin Vargo returns after missing 3 games with a hamstring injury. So yeah, that's the teams of both sides, and I got to say, it's both really strong teams. The big one, who am I going to tip? I really want the Warriors to win. Like, trust me, I really want the Warriors to win. I'll be there on Saturday to, you know, back them, and hopefully they do get up in Penrith. But I don't know, Penrith. I just don't know. I don't know if they'll lose this. I just don't know if they'll lose it, because I don't think they'll lose games just like that. I mean, look, miracles and things have happened in the past, but I don't know. I think Penrith might be a bit too strong. But the Warriors, even if they lose, they're still in finals contention. So that's the main thing. But yeah, I love the Warriors to win, but I'll play it safe and tip Penrith by 8 points, and first try scorer Liam Martin. But come on the Wires, come on the Wires. Okay, on to the last game now of Saturday for finals, and this is a elimination final. So whoever loses obviously is out and done and dusted for 2023. But whoever wins will play the loser of Broncos and the Storm. But that's either at Melbourne or Brisbane. So yeah, tough for both sides if any of them win. But yeah, look, Sharks and the Roosters, very interesting game, because recently the Roosters have really come out of their own and have really, you know, turned up as a side and have found that form that we all thought that they should have been playing at the start of the year, right? But it's taken a while, but they've gotten there now, and they seem to be really strong. So it'll be a test for Cronulla, even though it's at their home ground. But yeah, the Sharkies, yeah, you know, beating the Raiders last week and breaking that hoodoo against them was big for them. But yeah, look, it's a tough one, because I think both sides have had the ups and downs this year, so we'll really see who does have the upper hand here on Saturday night. Looking at both sides, for the Sharks, Will Kennedy could be back from a hamstring injury, so this is a real shock. If he's in, that changes a lot, I reckon, but we'll see if he does play. Connor Tracy played 5 games at fullback in Kennedy's absence, but he had a knee injury, that's right, so maybe Kennedy will come in, so you know, watch that space. And for the Roosters, Joey Manu has been cleared to play and will be given every opportunity to take the field. Daniel Tupou is still out of a knee injury, but Junior Pauga will take his place again. Fletcher Baker is available after being hit with a monetary fine for a grade 1 dangerous throw charge. And Drew Hutchinson's 18th man. My tip for this game, it's tough as well. It can go either way. I think this is a good example of a flip of a coin game, because I think you can literally go either way. But I will tip the Sharks. I think the Sharks at home might get the job done here. I'm not going to rule out the Roosters, because I think the Roosters have been showing great form recently, and they have, you know, been actually turning up and looking a lot stronger than what they have been all season. You know, but I don't know. Sharks at Shark Park, and there'll be a big crowd there, but mainly Sharks fans, I reckon. A few Roosters travelling too, but I don't know. It can go either way, but I'll tip the Sharks here by 4. Might be a really close game, like a 18-14 score one, like a low-scoring game. And first try scorer, well, I think it will start with the Roosters first, but Sharks to win. So I'll go with Junior Pauga for first try for the Roosters, but Sharks to win by 4. And on to the final game of finals for week 1. It ends on a Sunday arvo at McDonald Jones Stadium. Nothing better. You've seen the crowds this year at a Sunday arvo at Newey, and it's just nearly sold out, or has been sold out. So a lot of anticipation here for this one. But yeah, it's Knights and the Raiders, and this is a interesting game. A game that I have been having a lot of thoughts about, actually, so I'll tell my prediction very soon about this one. But yeah, it should be a great game, actually. I really am looking forward to it. Newcastle, that 9-win run streak, that's huge. That got them into the finals, and ever since they went to Bali, like, things have changed. So yeah, it's a real credit to Adam O'Brien for getting this side up and going, and Pong has been huge for them. So yeah, look, if Knights can keep this form going, they'll be very dangerous. They really will be very dangerous. And as for Canberra, look, unlucky to lose last week, but yeah, I don't know. They are hanging by a thread, I feel like, but we'll see what happens. Looking at both sides for the Knights, Ponga and Hastings are both back, and the same as Lachlan Fitzgibbon as well. Tyson Frizzell, Dane Gagai, Phoenix Crossland are back after being arrested in round 27. So Nari Tawala, Dylan Lucas moves to the reserves, and for Armandou Brown drops out. And bench for Matt Croker left the field for HIA inside the final 15 minutes, but has been able to play. And for Canberra, because Sebastian Kris did that really dangerous tackle on Sione Katoa last Sunday, he'll be out for 5 games. So yeah, that's his season done. James Schiller comes on in the wing after a 2-try haul in the New South Wales Cup, and Albert Hopewadi is listed among the reserves as he could be a late inclusion, maybe. The loss of Josh Papali'i, Biceps, and Corey Horsburgh suspended has tested the club's forward depth, with Ata Mariota and Hohipa Puru named to start after being promoted to the run-on side against the Sharks. Now, look, my prediction, like I was saying, even though the Knights look a bit more healthier than the Raiders, because Raiders have so many players out, and their depth is getting really tested now. I have a gut feeling that the Raiders will, really turn up here and give the Knights a shake, because I know what Ricky's like. Under backs to the wall, under all, I guess, controversial and just, back to the wall circumstances. I think this is where Ricky will exploit that and will really, make that a motivation for the Raiders come Sunday, because I don't think many people are giving them a chance, so they'll be up for this one. I'll tip Knights by 2 points, but it's going to come down to a penalty goal that will decide the game. That's my bold prediction. A penalty goal by the Knights will decide this game. So hopefully I'm correct, but that's what I think. So Knights by 2, and first try scorer, Tyson Frizzell. So, yep, you heard me. It'll be a very tight game. Raiders will give them a shake, but Knights to win the game in like the last 5 minutes by a penalty goal. That's my bold prediction. But that is my week 1 NRL 2023 tips. That's my predictions and tips for the week. Cannot wait for it. Big games ahead. And I hope you all enjoy the preview I did. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribe. I'm trying to get to my goal of 3,700 subscribers by hopefully mid-September to late September. So that's the goal for the channel, to get to 3,700 subscribers next. So do appreciate all the new support recently. It means a lot to myself and the channel. But thank you for watching. Enjoy your week of footy.